Hi, I'm Angela from 𝗦𝗢𝗢𝗪𝗔𝗟𝗏𝗏𝒠𝗏𝒠 and I make healing crystal jewellery. Today I'm going to be doing a video all about how to manifest with crystals. This is going to be a back to basics beginner's guide where I talk all about how to choose our crystals depending on what we want to manifest and how to integrate them into law of attraction techniques. If that's the type of thing you do like to see, please do consider clicking the like and subscribe, as I post most Wednesdays with law of attraction techniques. I also do all things about crystals, crystal healings, readings. So if that's the type of things that you do like to see, I post 3 times a week with lots of different interesting topics. And if you want to see my crystal healing jewellery, please do pop over to 𝗦𝗢𝗢𝗪𝗠𝗏𝒠.com and have a browse. So now we're on to our topic. So we're talking about manifesting with crystals. So the first thing we want to decide is what we want to manifest. Is it love? Is it money? Is it a new job? Is it something specific like a new car? So we're going to go through what things that we need to do to choose our crystals. This should cover most topics, and if you have something that's non-specific, I've also got something for that doesn't cover the main topics. So if we're talking about something to do with money or to do with success, you choose something like crystal, like a citrine crystal. So citrine, this is a natural citrine. I know lots of you love natural citrine. I personally find heat treated citrine is great for manifesting, better than natural citrine. Don't know why, but that's what I've personally found. And another thing I would say is choose a stone that you can keep near to you. So if it's to do with money, you can keep citrine in your purse. I personally like to program my jewellery so that I'm wearing it all the time. Why would you want to wear your crystal all the time? My belief is that everything vibrates at a certain energy. We vibrate at a certain energy. The crystals vibrate at certain energy. A crystal that has properties to attract wealth, that will vibrate at that energy, and if we wear it, it will help us vibrate at that energy. If we put it into the corner of the room and don't touch it or have it near to us, I personally believe it has less success, and that's what I found practically as well. So that's the first stone we could choose. If we're talking about love, relationships, attracting your soulmate, even self-love, romance, attracting that, we're talking about rose quartz. So rose quartz, it's pink. Quite a lot of the pink stones are related to the heart chakra, and that will often be for love and romance if you haven't got rose quartz, but most people do, and it's a very cheap stone to pick up. If you have a little stone, then you can keep it in your pocket easier and help to keep the vibrations near to you. And I would personally have like a little pendant or bracelet that I would program. If you want something specific, so something like a car, a new house, then you're talking about something like malachite or malachite, depending on how you like to pronounce it. I think malachite's the correct one, but I can't help myself, always call it malachite, don't know why. So this is the one you would use for law of attraction techniques, to manifest specific items. So you can either use a piece of malachite jewellery, a little stone that you can carry on you. And the thing is with malachite, it will manifest anything that you program it to. The problem is if you're negative, it will manifest that as well. So it's sort of a more general manifesting stone. So if you're in a negative mood and you're trying to do law of attraction techniques because you're terribly negative at the moment and you feel as though everything's going wrong, malachite is probably one that you want to avoid. And wait until you're in a positive mood. But if you can be focused and concentrate, this is a great stone for manifesting. It's really powerful. So the last one, and it's probably going to be the most useful to most people, if you've got something that doesn't slip into any of these categories, clear quartz is got no color and it can be programmed for anything. So whatever you want, whether it's creating a positive habit, so if you want to eat more healthily, if you want to try to lose weight, that type of thing, you can program a quartz for that. And it will help, hopefully, to keep you on that positive path. So again, I would have something small enough to carry. I would personally use a little pendant or perhaps a little ring that you can program. Just something where you can keep it in your aura so you start vibrating nearer to the stone's energy than your own, which is obviously a bit far away from what you want to manifest. You want to change your vibration so you're nearer to the vibration of somebody that is rich, somebody that has a great relationship, somebody that has a new car, etc. So that's the type of thing we're looking at doing. So what's the first step of this? The first step is to cleanse any previous programming. I generally do that with Reiki, but obviously if you're not Reiki attuned, you can't do that. So the way you would do this is through cleansing methods. So I have got a sage here. So we'll go through that, and you can also mix and match any of these methods. I often sage, use Reiki, and use the other methods I'm going to mention today as well. So whatever you feel drawn to. You can also use incense. Sort of most smoke is good for cleansing, depending on what you want. I'm going to use a bit of a brighter flame. That one doesn't seem to be catching my sage very well. So what you would do is you'd pick up your stone and you make sure the smoke went around it, and you'd say something like, I clear this stone of all previous programming. It is ready for my new manifestation. Something like that. Doesn't necessarily need to be those words. Just make sure you know what you're going to say. So I'm just going to cleanse the whole area there. So you can also use incense for that. Sage is probably a bit more powerful than incense. Another thing you can use to clear them is selenite. And you can just sort of rub it along the edge, or you can just sit them for a few hours. So you just put it down there, have a nice big bit, put your jewellery on there just to cleanse it, and just leave that. You can leave that overnight and do your manifestation next day, or you can just leave it for an hour or so, and just leave it in the area so that you're generally cleansing the area and keeping it clean. The other thing you can do is use sound. So you can use a Tibetan bowl, and the good thing with the Tibetan bowl is that it doesn't damage the stone or anything like that. I won't start it today, but because I know some of my followers have got tinnitus and it sets them off, so I won't hit the bowl today. But you can just use the sound, and then while it's singing, you can just wave the crystals above the bowl. So that's another way to do it. So now we've got these cleansed and we've said our cleansing words over it, we now need to be thinking about programming them. So personally, how I like to program them is I will hold whatever it is in my hand. So it'll be the crystal, the piece of jewellery, and let's say we're doing this for money success. And you would hold it and say, I program this crystal to attract money to me in lots of different ways, large sums of money, and whatever you want to say, basically. With the clear quartz, you can say, I program this clear quartz to help me to manifest whatever I want. I change the energy of this to vibrate closer to creating my new YouTube studio, let's say, for instance, just grabbing something out of the air. Same with the rose quartz. You just say something like, I program this stone for attracting the perfect person to me, so that I am happy and I will be contented for the rest of my life. Just whatever you want to say. So that can be your opening manifestation statement. The next thing I personally like to do is to visualize it. So I would sit and hold my piece of jewelry, my stone in my hand. So let's say you're doing a pendant, you just hold it in your hand and you'd sit there and really visualize. And the trick to visualization is to try to feel as though you've actually got it. So for instance, if it was getting the perfect relationship, imagine you going out to dinner, really enjoying yourself. Imagine all the things that you want to do. So whether it's, if your best thing is going traveling, going on holiday, you always wanted to have somebody to go on holiday with, just really imagine that holiday and just really go to town with it. And all that energy and those feelings will be pushed into the stone. And at the end of any visualization, I like to imagine a light being swallowed up by and absorbed by the stone. I generally, if you don't know what colour you're going to use, just use a white light. You can also use the white light at the beginning as part of visualization for cleansing as well. But I like to use a coloured light. So if I'm using rose quartz, I would imagine a pink colour, bright, healing light entering the stone and empowering it. And with this one, you would have a clear energy. If you didn't know what category, if you were trying to attract love with a clear quartz, I would imagine pink light going into it. So with the citrine, I would imagine a yellow light being absorbed. Golden light is also really good for money, wealth. So you can imagine a golden or yellow light with that. And obviously a green light with malachite. And just really imagine the stone absorbing it and the energy getting increasing and empowering the stone. So once you've done that, what I like to do is to just say at the end of anything you manifest, this is for the good of all with harm to none. You don't want to be treading on somebody to get to the top. You don't want something awful to happen to somebody so that you can succeed. So I do like to put that in as a caveat so that you know you're never doing harm and you're never going to succeed despite somebody else. And it's always going to be for the good of all. And also the other thing you can add is when you've really finished your manifestation, you can say, I manifest this or something even better. And then that opens you up to getting something even better than you thought or you can imagine. Because sometimes our imaginations are limited. And once our vibrations are lifted, we can start manifesting things that we couldn't even believe of. So it's always a nice little thing to add, or something even better with harm to none, just at the end of it. And then once you've done all that, make sure you keep it near you. So you can keep a stone in your purse next to your money, just as long as your purse isn't always on the other side of the house. But most people, they carry a purse around with them during the day, or a crystal in your pocket. Obviously my favorite is jewelry, and then you know you're going to be wearing that. And throughout the day, what I like to do is to touch the stone and just imagine that manifestation again, and do that as many times as you can remember. Just every day, make sure you do something to keep the energy up of the stone. And you can repeat this manifestation programming every day if you want to, every couple of days, once a week, however many times you feel that the stone needs or that you need. The more times that you do it, the better the energy will be, because it will become more powerful every time you reinforce it. And I would keep on doing this until you manifest as well. So until you actually start to see results, just carry on and see what you can manifest. What I always do with a new manifestation technique is I like to see if I can manifest something small. So if it's something general, I'd get the clear quartz, and you can do something really small. I manifest that I'm going to get an extra £50 in my account, $50 in my account, €50 in my account, whatever currency you are. I imagine that is going to appear in my account very soon, and it's unexpected. So something really small that your mind can imagine that you will be able to get. And then if you do that and you get that, then your faith will increase in the whole manifestation process, and you'll find your vibration will start to change. Well, I really hope you enjoyed that. As always, if you do enjoy these, I post on Wednesdays Law of Attraction techniques. Please do like and subscribe so that you get notified of any more that I do. And if you want any of these in the form of jewellery, please do pop over to 𝗦𝗢𝗡𝗪𝗔𝗓.com and have a browse. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you manage to manifest whatever you want, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye for now.